Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh yeah, I made a promise that I won't.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to LFB Gang. It's just me today, like I said in the last video. I'm going to be filming the pregnancy video. Warren's actually at work right now, so I will be doing this video by myself. Yeah. I wrote everything down because I had it on my phone, but clearly I can't see my phone. So basically today's video is just talking about pregnancy. I might even throw like pictures from each trimester if I can find all of them. So let's get into the video. Anyway, so basically let's talk about the first trimester. It was an experience. I'm not gonna get too much into like how I found out because that will be the actual, like, not the next video but the video after the next. Yeah, so basically in the first trimester, everyone knows it's the first 3 months. It's weeks 1 through 14. If you didn't know, now you know. Basically what I went through was like nausea. I could not eat for the life of me. I would always throw up. I was constantly tired, mad emotional. I am a little emotional, but I'm not as emotional as I was in the first 3 months. And you could ask Warren, I was like terribly emotional. I would literally take naps, and I think that's another reason how I remembered or found out that I was pregnant, because I was like, you sleeping all the damn time, what the hell? Like even after I would get like hours and hours of sleep, you know, like I would just take a nap. Yeah, I had really bad mood swings. I don't have like bad mood swings. Of course I do still have mood swings, especially when I'm hungry and, you know, I'm not getting fed or the baby's not getting fed. Like I'll literally sit there and I'll like have attitude with Warren, and I apologize to him. You know, that's like now. Some remedies that used to help me during my first trimester was ginger, chamomile tea. Trimester is month 4 through 6, weeks 14 through 27. During my second trimester, that's when I really started to insomnia, and a lot of women do not know about insomnia or pregnancy insomnia. Boy, when I tell you, it's terrible. It's terrible. I do have that currently too, like some days, being in my third trimester, but still having the energy. Make it make sense. I'm over here not sleeping, but yeah, I still have the freaking energy to do certain things. Like I heard nesting was like very common during your, like, the end of your second trimester going into your third, because, you know, the baby, you're getting ready for the baby to come, so you're like, I want to clean, I want to clean, I want to do this, I want to do that. However, I do not lift nothing heavy. Cravings, I'm not really a crazy craver. Like a lot of people be eating some weird shit, yes, like I'm not like that at all. The only thing that but it's not weird because I think it's something that's normal. Bananas and chocolate ice cream. I really love vegetables. He loves vegetables. I crave that all the time. Along with pancakes and breakfast. Breakfast is like, not so much like the last like 2 weeks. I have not been eating breakfast a lot. I did just eat it earlier for dinner actually. But yeah. And chicken, yo, I don't know what it is, but chicken, it be. Third trimester is month 7 through 9, which I'm currently in, weeks 28 through 40, all the way up to like 42, however long pregnancy is. So yeah, I am currently 29 weeks, about to be 30. I deal with right now. I deal with like leg pains, like I also dealt with leg cramps. Like, I don't know if you guys know that saying, like Charlie horse, like especially if you ever used to play sports. I used to get Charlie horses all the time when I played sports. terrible. But I got them like 2 or 3 times during my second trimester. I don't get them anymore. Cross my fingers I don't get them no more, because boy, I would wake up and my legs burn. However, I do with like thigh pain and hip pain, so like my hips will be on fire. Like I'll be laying on them and like it'll be not like a shooting pain, but it's like a, oh my gosh, like hold on for dear life kind of pain. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. I definitely dealt with back pain, like I would say like level 10 pains. Like it hurts so bad. But now I don't really deal with as much back pain unless I'm doing too much, if you know what I'm saying. Like I just be relaxing now. And mainly because he does not want me working right now, especially this far into the pregnancy. He honestly just wants me to relax, make sure the baby's healthy, you know, eat, stay hydrated, stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, and headaches. Yo, I get headaches a lot, but usually it's because I'm like dehydrated or I'm hungry. Like my body will physically let me know, you hungry, go eat something. Or he will. That's another thing about him. He only kicks me at nighttime, right before I'm about to go to sleep. I mean, he kicks during the day too, but the time when he's the most active, everyone knows there's a specific time when your child is most active, your baby. And he is most active at nighttime, right before I go to sleep. And when I say right before I go to sleep, I mean I'm ready, I'm tired, my insomnia has finally stopped, and I'm able to lay down, close my eyes, and then he's like, oh bet mommy's going to sleep. So then he'll literally start kicking. I think last night's kicks were on the left side of my stomach, and then he flips a lot. I know, I could feel it all the time when he's flipping. I'm pretty sure it's about that time that I am actually starting to have Braxton Hicks, because I was not cramping last night, but my stomach was definitely like tightening a lot, and it was really hard for me to get a good night's sleep last night, because every time I would lay on like a certain side, like that side of my stomach would start like tightening. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So I think it is like Braxton Hicks. I know it's not like cramping, because it doesn't feel like cramping or anything. But I am 29 weeks. It's possible to start getting Braxton Hicks. Or oh, another thing that I had when I was in my second trimester was anxiety. Well, that's all throughout. It has gotten a little worse during the third trimester, where like I have anxiety about something. Well, it was more during the first and second trimester. It's calmed down during the third. There's other things that's heightened during the third. I do get scared easily. I don't know if any other pregnant woman has to deal with being scared easily, but I do get scared very easily. Another thing I want to bring up about pregnancy, not a lot of people talk about depression, you know, because people do have anxiety, they do worry, but they don't be like, oh, I was depressed during my pregnancy. Do I ever get depressed? No, but I do get sad. Like, the next thing I want to talk about is feeling alone. A lot of women do feel alone during the pregnancy, even though we have people, even though we have a support system. You know, I have him. Like, even though he's here, like, there's sometimes I do feel alone, and I'm like, how do I fix this? You know, like, because sometimes it's really hard, even not being pregnant, you know, sometimes it's really hard to express how you feel or what's going on in your head. So you're like, and then you feel alone. Also overwhelming. I don't really feel as overwhelmed as I during my second trimester. During my second trimester, I definitely felt very overwhelmed when I was working, because like we said in our last video, we definitely like were struggling for the last couple of months, like literally like with rent, with bills, you know. But I know we're not the only ones, so we're just trying to make the best out of it, and you know, we're trying to keep pushing forward. You know, at that point, like, it was so stressful when you feel overwhelmed and you can't do nothing, you can't control nothing. And so like A number one thing I have to say is if you are feeling overwhelmed, but stop and breathe, relax, just think positive and continuously say to yourself that everything is going to be fine, because at the end of the day it will be fine. No matter how bad your situation gets, it will. There's always a rainbow at the end of a storm, and that's what I say to him all the time. I'm like, there's always gonna be a rainbow, we'll be okay. I don't need to worry or stress. Another thing, when I first got pregnant, well, before I got pregnant, and then like the first like 2 months I was 240. I am back up to 290, as y'all can see. I tried to stay happy because I was very depressed when I was at this weight, like 2 years ago. But you know, I try to tell myself it's just pregnancy weight, it's just baby weight, you know, I can easily remove it when we're done, you know, everything will be fine. Not to stress too much, not to, you know, get too depressed about it that I'm like dragging myself further and further into it, you get what I'm saying? So I do still love myself, I'm beautiful, I know I am. So yeah, don't, if you are gaining mad weight, which I only gained 50 pounds so far, you know, I still do have 2 months left, but like the last month I kind of been going in between like 280 and like 297, so like I've been like flip-flopping. I do check my weight. The next thing I want to talk about is trouble sleeping. Not even just insomnia, but like being uncomfortable, because I have bad hip pains when I sleep now, and I kind of want to blame it on the weight gain, because I don't know the true issue. Because I did let my doctor know, and he ended up giving me magnesium to help a little bit, and I sleep on it for too long, my right hip will hurt, and then I like go to my left side, you know, like flip-flop and stuff. Recommended ways that I've heard the best sleep way is your left side, because it's just, I don't know, it just helps, I guess, or something. And with a pillow in your a pillow between your legs that, you know, gives your like hips support and your knees support and stuff like that, along with kind of sleep a little elevated with your head and your feet, so that way, you know, blood is flowing correctly. It's not really good to sleep on your right side. I firsthand can say that it's not, because there's been times where I ate and I kind of regret it, because then I would have terrible acid reflux. But that also, like, I'm pretty sure this boy gonna have a lot of hair. I used to have another thing, acid reflux. I don't have it as much as I had it during the second trimester. I had that bitch terrible the last couple weeks of the second trimester, but when I got to like 28 weeks, it started to kind of calm down. I don't have it like recently, I'm not even gonna lie, probably like once last week. And the like main thing that would help me for acid reflux is milk. Like, I'll literally just go drink milk. I don't drink regular milk. I drink Lactaid. It's something that my doctor recommended for me. It's really high in calcium, so it helps, you know, bone build, you know, all the things that calcium helps for a baby. I can't think right now. Oh, teeth, bone, you know, stuff like that. Skull. Yeah. So it's really good for you. I used to drink almond milk, but I don't drink almond milk anymore. Oh, and orange juice. Orange juice is really good for calcium build. But yeah, don't sleep on your right side, sleep on your left side, sleep elevated, pillows, everything. And then don't sleep on your back. Well, that's what they say, do not sleep on your back. But in fact, it's okay to sleep on your back as long as it's no more than 2 hours of you sleeping on your back. Because there's times in the night where I will wake up and I will catch myself sleeping on my back, you know, and yeah. So I'll be like, oh shit, and I'll switch to my side. But sometimes it's really comfortable, especially if my hips are in pain and I'm like, I can't, I gotta lay on my back. But I think that's about it. Yeah, y'all, I think that's about it. Basically everything I needed to talk to you guys about pregnancy, what happened, what's going on, If you guys need a more thorough video, more detailed video, you know, I'll definitely put that in. But yeah, stay tuned for the next video. I'm actually gonna film it real quick before I go to sleep, and that's basically just gonna be me when I found out that I was pregnant, me explaining when I found out I was pregnant. So stay tuned. Like I said, have a good day or a good night wherever you are, and deuces.
Oh yeah, I promise, I promise, I promise. Oh yeah, I promise. I promise I won't fold, I'ma be here till the end. I promise to be